In the quiet coastal town of Brookhaven, two boys grew up on the same street, under the same golden sunsets, and with dreams far bigger than the world around them. Their names were Nicholas Carter and Kevin Marshall. From the moment they met in kindergarten, arguing over the last blue crayon, they became inseparable. Nicholas was the dreamer. He believed in impossible ideas, late-night plans, and futures that didn't yet exist. Kevin was the realist. Calm, steady, and fiercely loyal, he was the anchor whenever Nicholas's imagination drifted too far. Together, they were balance. Where one was weak, the other was strength. Where one doubted, the other believed. They built treehouses that collapsed, started lemonade stands that earned more laughter than money, and made a childhood promise: one day they would build something that wouldn't fall apart. High school brought the first real storm. Nicholas's father lost his job, and the warmth in his house slowly faded into silence. Bills stacked up. Fear replaced confidence. Nicholas began to think college wasn't meant for someone like him. One evening, sitting on the hood of Kevin's old car beneath a sky full of stubborn stars, Nicholas whispered, "Maybe dreaming is for other people." Kevin didn't hesitate. "You don't quit," he said firmly. "If you fall, I stand. And if I fall, you stand. That's how this works." Kevin picked up extra shifts at his part-time job and quietly helped Nicholas pay application fees. He stayed up late helping him write essays and reminded him of his worth when doubt tried to erase it. Months later, when the acceptance letter arrived, Kevin cheered louder than anyone. Nicholas stepped into college carrying not just books, but belief. 2 years later, life shifted again. Kevin's mother became seriously ill. Hospital corridors replaced basketball courts. Savings vanished into medical bills. The strong one began to break. Kevin stopped attending classes. He stopped answering calls. He stopped believing he could handle the weight. Nicholas noticed. Without hesitation, he paused his own internship and returned home. He sat beside Kevin in waiting rooms at 2 a.m., brought coffee when exhaustion took over, and repeated the same promise Kevin once made to him. "If you fall, I stand." Nicholas organized fundraisers, reached out to the community, and started an online campaign to help with expenses. But more than money, he gave Kevin something priceless: hope. One night Kevin asked him, voice trembling, "Why are you doing all this?" Nicholas smiled softly. "Because you did it first." After graduation, they decided to chase a shared dream, starting a construction and design company to build affordable homes for families who needed them most. They poured in their savings, rented a tiny office, and believed heart first. The first year was brutal. Clients backed out. Investors said no. Equipment failed. Doubt grew louder. One evening after losing a major contract, Kevin slammed his fist against the wall. "Maybe we're not cut out for this." Nicholas looked at him the same way Kevin once looked at him under the stars. "You carried me when I couldn't walk," he said. "Now it's my turn." We didn't come this far to surrender. They didn't quit. They downsized. Learned. Adjusted. Knocked on doors others ignored. Slowly, one project became 2. 2 became 5. 5 became a reputation for honesty and heart. Years later, their company wasn't the biggest, but it was respected. They hired local workers. Mentored struggling youth. Built homes that sheltered hope, not just families. On the day they opened their new office, Kevin handed Nicholas a framed photo of 2 teenage boys sitting on a car hood beneath a sky full of stars. On the back, it read, "If you fall, I stand." Nicholas laughed, eyes shining. "People think success is money," he said. Kevin nodded. "But it's really about who's still standing next to you when everything else falls." Life continued to test them. When Nicholas faced a health scare years later, Kevin slept in a hospital chair beside him. When Kevin made a risky investment that nearly collapsed the business, Nicholas risked his own savings to steady the storm. They never kept score. They never asked who gave more. Because real friendship isn't about convenience. It's about commitment. Through failures, funerals, victories, heartbreaks, and breakthroughs, they chose each other every single time. And in a world where loyalty fades quickly, Nicholas Carter and Kevin Marshall proved that true friendship is not just about standing together in the sunshine, it's about holding the umbrella during the storm. Moral: when life shakes your foundation, the right friend becomes your strength. Stay loyal. Stay resilient. And never let go of the people who stand with you when everything else falls apart.